Welcome, YouTube family, to episode 15 of the Shed Build. Now today we're going to be mainly focusing on the tool storage system that I'm going to be using here in the back part of the inside of my shed. We're going to be using something called the tap mount system that I purchased at Menards. Now this is not sponsored by Menards. This is not sponsored by Tap Mount. I just went and bought all this stuff myself. But let's take a moment to turn the camera around, and I'm going to talk about why I bought this system, and especially for me and my background and how I grew up and why I'm going to be using this tap mount. Now, anybody that has worked in retail knows what this system is all about. My dad was a retail store manager for 40 years. My mom worked on and off for 40 years. I worked on and off for my dad as a stock boy, as a clerk, as a cashier, and we are very familiar with this type of system. That's why I like this. I was attracted to this. These types of systems are what is used to end up displaying merchandise, or also what we used to do or call end caps. Those are those things at the end of the aisles where they put high volume or sale products to get you to buy them, put them in your cart, and then walk out the door with them. And these little slots here in the metal take fixtures such as this and all types of fixtures, and these go into the slots. As the name of the product says, you tap it down either with a hammer or a mallet or the palm of your hand, depending on how tight it is, and it sets that in there and it won't move. And this is just one of the types of items that you can put in here to hold all kinds of tools. Let me go ahead and show you some examples of different types of fixtures we're going to be using. Here are just some of the fixtures that I've bought for my system. They fit right in, they tilt in, lock down, and provide all types of hook systems. This is obviously one that you would use to end up putting a long fold handle piece on. That I have to tighten down with the screw yet. This, you can slide things in and through, and that'll hold things like, this would be really nice for my gas-powered still weed eater. And then another horizontal hook. They have or vertical hook. They have other horizontal ones. And as you can see by their brochure here, they have all types of things that you can use for this system. Now, again, the reason why I like this system is it is modular. Like, as I take this bar and I end up mounting it, we'll go dark here just for a little bit, on this far wall. Let me back up to give us some perspective. As I get this mounted on this wall here, if I don't like how low it is, I can take the screws out, raise it up. I can shift it one direction or the other. I can cut it down to fit back here because the bar that I have is longer than that, and it will run also all the way down this length of the wall. I can take a whole bunch of smaller tools, hang them here, put another bar underneath on the bottom, and then hang maybe shorter tools right here. So again, I really like the modular aspect of this tap mount system. So let's go ahead and let's get this put up on the wall, and then I'll just kind of talk you through some of the things that I'm doing to get these mounted. And I'm really anxious, friends, I'm really anxious to get tools out of my other shed and start getting them into here. For the most part, other than getting a light mounted up here and making that all hot and working, this section for the most part is done. I'm not going to be insulating. I'm not going to be doing anything else necessarily back here. And I would love to get those tools moved out of that other shed to start making it not as cluttered. Let's go ahead and get some of those mounted. So here's how easy these things go in. Again, I'm going to be trying to do this one-handed while I'm holding the camera with the other one. You basically kind of give it a tilt, get it in, and then get them locked down. Now, see, it is not necessarily very tight right here. And so you can easily take a hammer and strike it here and get it locked down. I also, as I said, I absolutely love this, because if I end up putting something here and it doesn't work, or I don't have the spacing that I need, no big deal, because then you just take that off and you move it down to the next area that you want it in. Let's get this all connected up. There you go. See, that one almost seats perfectly. And you can do this all the way through the entire system. So let's go ahead and just get a few of these put up here. We'll throw some tools up on here and see what this looks like. So for something like this that might not take as thick of a handle of an implement such as the pitchfork that I have over there, I can easily use this to grab a hold of my broom. And then what I would possibly do with implements such as this, please ignore the messiness of all my tools. We're going to be having an episode sometime in the near future about care, because I didn't care for mine very well this last year. Anyway, so just kind of backing up to show you, now I can put several similar tools here on my system. And if I think this is too high up off the ground, I can simply go back, unscrew this, lower the entire thing down. However, I kind of like having some ground clearance, and it allows me to put some things along the bottom here also. Let's go ahead and mount a couple more over on this wall. And then I think I'm going to wait to mount one over here. I actually think I'm going to take one of my long ones, and once I get this insulation covered up, I'm going to go ahead and mount one of the long ones over here to hold a lot of the tools, and it even comes with shelves. I can put some shelving with this, or hold all my tools for all of my potting and seed starts that I'm going to do here on the counter. Now, this is not how things are going to play out, but I just wanted to give you an idea of what this all looked like and how it's been working for me. Let me just say, from an initial response or reaction to what I've been doing, I really, really love these long ones here and hanging the implements up. This was really nice for my Husqvarna, and I have a feeling that my still and some of the other things that I have that have kind of a wide end on like that and then narrowed down, this is going to work really, really well. Not sure about this. And then the small ones that I had with the little gray hook that cinch down on themselves, I have a feeling those are going to be going over on this wall, so I can end up hanging, let's see, where did I put it? Let me swing back around the other way. My rakes. Now, I have some nice wire rakes. These could possibly be with the top up. They take a lot of space. If you can put the big ends facing down, you can space things a little closer to each other. But I have these giant rakes over here that take up lots and lots of space. So those are probably going to be hung just like that. And I'm going to be using those one little hooks over on this wall to keep those out of the way. But again, what is awesome about this is, even if I find something that I really, really like to begin with, and then as I'm using it, I don't like how things are laid out, it doesn't matter. I can move this into any configuration I want, raise and lower the main piece, or I can just use different fixtures in order to connect to this tap mount. And I'm really excited about this. I know you might use something that works just as well for you, but because of my background and my familiarity with these types of fixtures, I really, really like these, and I'm looking forward to using them. Here's what we're going to do next, because we've got some time. I'm going to end up moving 2 of my electrical boxes and installing some more insulation. Let me tell you why I'm going to be moving. The way I originally had my seed start area laid out, these plugs would have worked perfect. But now, since I had a countertop gifted to us, and I'm going to be laying this out a little bit differently, my countertop is going to come all the way up to the bottom of this window. It is going to end up hiding those 2 plugs. This is why I gave myself lots of extra over here, as well as extra in the box. This box is going to come out, come up onto the side of the window. This box is also going to come down and get mounted up on this side of the box. This one might be a skoosh tight down here, but it'll still work. And then I'll be able to have my countertop will not cover up my boxes, and these will be in the right place. So we're going to go ahead and take this off the wall, this off to the wall, and nail them back down to the outsides. I'm going to have to do a little bit of extra unfun drilling right here to make that one happen. But this one over here, no big deal. I'll just pull the wire out, move it up, and hammer it in. We've gotten the boxes moved now. Like I said, this one's not a problem because basically moved it from here up to here. Really changed none of my wire length here. However, this one that comes all the way over here and comes up, boom. I've given myself enough wire to work with, but it's just a little shorter over here. Now, it's been about 2 or 3 days since I've been working. Let me show you what I've gotten done so far. It doesn't look very pretty or very neat, but I had to move everything over here, over to over here on the floor. However, again, I'm starting to get all my layout done, all my tools up. I've even started moving some things over to the top, not that, over here to start cleaning out my gray shed. And it's already making a huge, huge difference. Just think of all of this stuff just leaned up in a corner because that's all I had over in the other shed. And so this has already made a monstrous difference. Now, let's go ahead and do this. And I might do a little bit of this tonight and then save some of it for tomorrow morning. I'm going to go ahead and start insulating that wall. I'm probably going to insulate the ceiling just because it's easy. And then I'll come and I'll insulate this outside wall here. I went back to the store and I bought more insulation. Hopefully that will be enough, as well as buying enough wood. Let me step back outside of the shed so you can get a better idea of what this is going to look like. I went ahead and bought the wood I need to finish this outside wall to wall that entire room in. I also got an interior door at the clearance section of Menards for $63, already pre-hung and everything. Now, I really wanted that door to do a right swing inside against this wall. However, it was a left swing. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my, I'm going to put the door to open at me and open this way. This is kind of a dead area because of all the electrical that's going to be behind the door here. So it's not going to be bad, but friends, the alternative was after tax, a door over $100 versus 63 bucks. It's going to be a little inconvenient, yes, but the inconvenience is worth $40+. So let's go ahead and start getting some of this insulation cut and put up on the walls. Let's take a moment to talk about what I'm gonna do. This space is wider than traditional stud space because of the way I built this out. And I need 3 more inches here, but the nice part is as I cut 3 inches all the way down the length of my insulation, which is 86 inches, it leaves me the exact amount that I need right here between these 2 studs. So I'll have little to no waste whatsoever. So let's go ahead and get that cut. We'll get this installed, we'll get this installed, and we'll keep on working.
Ba-ba-da.
I think I'm going to end things here for today. It's about midday on a Saturday, and I've got a whole nother half a day I could work, but we've got company coming in, some friends or a friend from the Dominican Republic, and I need to go in and help Lynn get a number of things done. And so I'm going to stop here. I've gotten everything all insulated. So now all I have to do is to build my wall and put in my doorway here, insulate that wall, and this room will be almost ready to go. Now, in the next video, let me flip the camera around and talk to you about what I'm going to do. We're going to put in an alternate aspect of electricity. I'm going to be still working with my solar, but solar is not going to probably be ready by the time we need to do seed start. So I need to do something else while I'm getting solar accomplished. And so I'm going to be doing something unique right there. Let's see if I can figure it out right there. And it's still going to be able to plug in my wires, and it will serve as a wonderful backup if we have problems with the solar. So next episode, stay tuned. We're going to get that done. Well, today, if you were encouraged by this, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not yet a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to know when a new video comes out, hit the little bell button. Give it a ring. Ding, right? There's my own sound effects. And again, thank you for joining us here in Simple Homesteading. You have a wonderful day.